What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm sitting in my living room. Big changes over the last several years to the channel. If you remember, looking back at some of my early videos, when we first started the channel, I was in basically a shed that I was kind of turning into the retro lair. It's kind of where the name came from. Able to have everything around me, kind of start doing some videos and collect heavily. Since then, we've sold that house. You see, we took a hiatus for a couple years from YouTube. Wasn't posting a lot on Instagram either. Just really wasn't getting out and doing anything. So we built a tiny home, which it's about 720 square feet. I've got 2 shelves right now that I'm able to kind of pick and choose what I'd like to put on there. So collecting hasn't really slowed, but my selection of what I'm able to put in and on this shelf has had to get real strategic in a sense. So house is very close to being finished finally. I've been putting a lot of work in over the last few years. After the house is complete, the plan is to build another either shed or office space or something, and then have everything in there that we're collecting give us a spot to shoot some more videos and put out some more content. What I need from you guys, one of our biggest goals this year is to finally hit 1,000 subscribers. I want to say we're at 554 right now. Planning on hitting a lot of flea markets again this year, but I think we're going to try to hit a bunch of shows. Last year we were able to only hit a few. Retrofest Arkansas was fantastic. That was probably my favorite last year. Hoping to get out and hit that one again this year, along with some others. I'm hoping I can hit Froggy's show in March. That's the first one that I'm really wanting to hit up. So if you guys haven't, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. That way you guys know when we post more content. All right, I figured this year I would start off my first video and just do a quick recap of everything that I picked up for Christmas, or in this case, I guess, was gifted for Christmas. Matt and I always do a gift exchange each year. It's fun for us. We get to open, things from our childhood that make us feel like a kid again. And then the clubhouse also did a Secret Santa this year. Josh hooked me up with some awesome pieces that I can't wait to show you guys. But a few things that Matt grabbed me for Christmas this year. These Cops and Crooks, like muscle figures is what they almost pretty much look like. But we've got a Big Boss in here. We've got Buttons McBoom Boom, Long Arm, Dr. Bad Vibes, and Bulletproof is in there. I don't see a year on this. I think these may have been released here recently, within the last 5-10 years maybe. I could be wrong. I haven't really looked up a lot of it, but unpunched looks great on my little Cops and my Cops and Crooks shelf. And then he grabbed me a few books. The Page Master, Operation Dragonfire that he grabbed me. We've got Operation Terror Trap, and then we've also got the Everglades Swamp Terror. So I have not had a chance to dive into these yet. I know Matt's read a few. He's got quite a stack going, but thought these are pretty cool. Pretty good shape for as old as they are. And he did hook me up with a VHS. I've not had a chance to watch this yet. Awesome clamshell, animated Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. I'm a huge Batman fan. I mean, if you've watched the channel long enough, you know Batman's my favorite superhero. So definitely gonna have to pop this in the old TV VCR combo at some point and watch that. Last couple things that Matt picked me up. I've already put one of them together. Matt's a big Lego guy. I've just been kind of getting into Legos. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw I finished this on IG, but I also did the Home Alone Lego set over Christmas, and I've been working on it since like October. Just my time to do it and everything. It was a lot. But Matt hooked me up with the Game Boy Lego set. If you do not have this set, it is completely worth getting. I think it's like 50 bucks, maybe at Sam's, Walmart. Comes with a couple of these as well, so you can change your screen out. It's got like the Zelda one. Of course, I've got the Zelda Lego game out. And then put this down. Comes with a stand so that you can, support your Lego Game Boy. And I've got Mario in the back. Super Mario Land. It goes in and out just like a regular game would. Super cool. buttons are somewhat, I mean, they're functional, movable, that kind of thing, but I know people are working on a mod to try to make this like something that's legit. Super cool. Last thing that he picked me up, been eyeing this thing since the release. I didn't even know they were really out yet. It kind of fell off my radar a little bit, but anytime they would pop up, I always told Matt, I just want the Garfield one. It's the only one I'm after. But the little NECA trick-or-treaters. Soon as I saw this, so I dressed as this for Halloween probably whenever I was 6 or 7 years old, maybe. I don't even remember how old I was. So this is a newer figure, but it has all the retro vibes. Took me straight back to my childhood, standing in my grandparents' house. It's got the little Garfield trick-or-treat bag, you know, the pillowcase. Pretty sure I had this pillowcase. Garfield was a big part of my childhood, so this figure right here means a lot. It is a newer one, but it's just super awesome to have on the shelf. So thanks, Matt. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, so moving on. My wife and I don't do a lot for each other for Christmas. She usually tries to get me something a little retro. That's all I always say. Just give me something old. I think it's cool. This year, she picked up this TMNT animation cell for me. Still has the hanger. Still has the Toys R Us sticker. It's in really good shape. It's got the certificate of authenticity on the back. But it's of my guy, Raph. Raph is my favorite. Always has been. I feel like I can relate to him the most, just his attitude. But this is a cool piece. I've got it on the shelf, just kind of sitting there. Hopefully I can get this framed or something. This kind of can fold back so I can try to keep it protected, but worst case, it'll just hang on the shelf. So I'm stoked to have had this. All right, so participated in the Secret Santa at the clubhouse this year, and Josh ended up being my Secret Santa. You guys have seen him in several of the videos too. Dude hooked me up big time this year. Starting off, Madball's wallet. This thing's super cool. Got a lot of good artwork on here. We got some of these. I've not opened them up all the way. Pretty sure these are almost like a party streamer. There's like a little hole that could be punched right here. So I'm wondering if those like hang from the ceiling and like would just maybe for like a birthday party or something. Not 100% sure. I need to look into those a little bit. Also hooked me up with a couple of Madball's Frisbees. How cool is that? A yellow one, and we got a red one. These are going to display so nicely once I try to figure out where I'm going to put everything on my shelf. But stoked to have these bad boys. But wait, there's more. You don't need Sudoku or whatever you call that game or word search when you've got these. This is crazy. This is not stuff that you just find every day. He came across this amazing lot and grabbed all this stuff. These puzzles are super neat. He also grabbed me this old sign. Nothing on the back, of course, but it would have hung in a store like so. Not sure the year on it exactly, but I mean, this is just a cool display piece. So super stoked to add that to the Madballs collection. This next piece involves these right here. If you remember these when you're a kid, throw them over onto the wall or whatever it is that you've got hanging over there, and they stick almost like darts in a sense. But check this thing out. I don't have it open, but it's a Madballs felt with, you know, the different scores for each one, and you can throw these at it. So once I get a spot where I can hang this that gets going up, so these will be on there. This is going to be super cool once we get the layer actually done. Fingers crossed, maybe we're able to start on building the layer by the end of the year. So fingers crossed. The last thing that Josh grabbed me, he actually grabbed this first and wasn't sure if it was coming in or not, and then he got it and said it was a lot smaller than anticipated, but apparently this used to hold candy. Check this thing out. Madballs, like a store display candy holder. I've not been able to find a ton of information on this. The only thing I have been able to find through Google, and I probably need to dig a little bit more, is that this was for held candy of some sort. Doesn't tell me what kind of candy, or anything. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to put in it, but this is going to go on the shelf because this thing is sick. All right, huge thanks to Josh, huge thanks to Matt, and thank you to my wife for all the things you guys grabbed me for the holidays. I appreciate every bit of it. Cannot wait to get it all on the shelf and displayed. Let me know in the comments down below, what did you guys get for Christmas? Did you guys find anything over the holiday break? I'd love to hear from you guys, so put it down in the comments. Next thing I want to talk about is top 3 items that I think I'm on the lookout for this year. All right, my top 3 things that I'm on the lookout for this year are, number 1, I am looking for the pink Creature Features lunchbox. You know, the Pam and Frank duo. I found Frank at the Retrofest Arkansas. Ooh, lunchbox. Yep, that lunchbox. So found the green one. Top priority this year, try to find the pink one. Second thing that is on my list this year that I would love to find is a My Pet Monster for myself. You guys saw me pick one up at Retrofest Arkansas. That was for Josh. He was running a booth. I just kind of went and worked the deal with Dave. Dave was very gracious enough to work with us on that, and it went to a good home. So if you guys aren't following Dave, it's me on YouTube. Definitely do. Dude's a great guy, and his channel's amazing.
My third and final thing that I'm after this year is from the line Inhumanoids, and that is Tendril. Had a couple times where I've come close over the last year, still have not been able to pick it up. There's a guy at the clubhouse who may be interested in moving the one that he has. Josh is hoping we may be able to pick that up at his upcoming show. Should be a great video, but that's my top 3 right now.
I can come across those three items. It's kind of my top 3 for the year. And then, of course, our big goal for the year is try to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys haven't yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we post more videos. Like, share, comment, do all the things. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.